round 3 of the 2025 F1 season, and we head to Australia Albert Park circuit for round 3 of this season of F1. We currently sit P2 in the championship behind the Red Bull. For the drivers, we currently occupy P2 and P3 in the drivers, following Max Verstappen in first. We have a lot to take care of. As you can see over here on our timeline, we have a couple of designs that are going to be completing soon, and so we're going to have a lot to take care of as we continue moving forward, rather. So let's go ahead. We will continue. We will have our suspension design come through in the nick of time. We're going to go ahead and manufacture a couple of these. Australia is in 8 days, and it's going to take, let's see, we can finish 2. We can we'll have 2 finished. How much to emergency? $1 million for 4 we're not gonna do. We are going to emergency manufacture 2. Other than that, we continue on. Our chassis design also now completed. We'll go ahead and jump in. Let's see what we have here. Now this we might not rush. We might save that for Imola. It looks like Imola's in 20 days, so by the time 20 days roll around, we'll have 3. Maybe how much? We could do 2 and put them on 1 car. We're gonna do that. We're emergency manufacture 2, not design, change, and we're gonna put it on Pierre's car, which is car 2, and then we're gonna come back in, make 4 more, and by the time Imola rolls around, we'll have extras for both of them. So Pierre is gonna have the priority right now, but as time goes on, then we will, do the thing. Besides the suspension being finished, port confidence check-in, high confidence, love to see it. Race preview, the suspensions are finished, that's fine. Now we'll head straight over to a race prep, and we will prep for the race. Reach Q2 and Q3. We're gonna do two into both. We'll make a little bit of money there as well. I can't guarantee fastest lap, and both of these are pretty much ongoing. Our qualifying position streak is well underway, and the finished position streak is what it is. But for now, we are gonna head to the Australian Grand Prix for season 4. Let's do it. Everyone just waiting, huh? Slide Mick out there. Let's see what he can do in that group. Our car in dirty air usually looks like it's usually pretty okay. We'll send a Pierre here. Hopefully neither of them run into much traffic, although it looks like Mick is going to run into a little bit, but might be able to catch Kevin towards the back half of the lap. Pierre is going to run into a Doohan. Oh, Mick is going to get a full clean lap. That's perfect for us. Pierre got by Doohan cleanly. That's absolutely perfect. And we bang in some great laps, and we're done with Q1, I think. Dang, those tires got destroyed. There we go, the end of Q1. We are not moving. We're not super worried about it. Everyone comes up. Everyone will cross the line. Any surprises out? Both Alpha Tauris out. Was that Doohan dragging that Williams into P12? We'll hop on board with Pierre here as he starts the final lap of Q2, far enough ahead not to give anyone an unnecessary tow, but enough clean air that he should be absolutely flying. through the first sector. Goes purple first sector, things that you love to see. I think I like this strat now of getting these guys out, at least one of them out earlier to give them the clean air. Locking up into turn 14, not what you want to see. That likely was probably just on his out lap. Here goes green second sector, and he rounds the final corner down to the main straight and bangs in 3/10 on Verstappen, by the way. What a move. Mick does not improve in the first sector. I'm guessing that's from the yellow flag situation. Gonna have to see some improvements by some people here, or else they're gonna be in a world of hurt. Those bottom five looking spicy. Leclerc does make his way out. Ocon barely. Oh, Ocon barely makes it through. Ooh. Both AlphaTauris. George Russell down there in P15. Not exactly where you want to see George Russell. Wonder what happened to him. And then poor Seb, and that Alpine also dragged that thing probably as far as he probably could have. What a Q2 sets up a spicy Q3 sesh. Yes. All right, we got them both out and through. They both should have a little bit of clean air. Pierre will definitely have the best chance here, but Mick, a little bit of a gap to Bottas as well. Let's hop on board. Pierre Gasly trying to put it on pole position here in Australia. Will start his final lap here of Q3. Mick not too far behind him will also begin his final lap. Both of them should have pretty clean air, if I had to say so myself. Pierre bangs in a purple first sector. Love to see it. Mick does improve his first sector as well. Pierre Gasly, is he going to be able to put it on pole position? Pierre, green middle sector. Still plenty of opportunity here, making his way through the final few corners here. What's it going to be, Pierre? Is it going to be pole position in Melbourne? Down the final straight. Pierre Gasly puts it on pole position provisionally. Mick improves all the way through. P3 for Mick. That's the checkered flag. We'll watch everyone else come across the line. Leclerc and Verstappen coming through. Is Leclerc going to improve? Leclerc does not improve. Neither does Verstappen. Pierre Gasly, pole position Pierre. Let's go. And a Mick getting a P3 start for the Grand Prix tomorrow. I think I love that strat, actually. I'm going to start using that more often. Getting out there early, getting them out in front, give them a little bit of clean air, not have to worry about dirty air, not have to worry about yellow flags. Seems to work. What a quality session from these guys. Says we can gain a second. All right, we're going to split the strategies this way. All right, this is the way we're going to split the strategies. Medium, hard for Mick. Medium, hard, medium for Pierre, so Pierre can finish on the faster tire. But I mean, these tires are going to get eaten up regardless, so. But I like this. Up as maximum fuel so we can push for longer at the start. And then a definite two-stop. Anyone who one-stops this is throwing, literally.
As get ready for the Australian Grand Prix.
The Australian Grand Prix incoming. 5 red lights.
And it's lights out.
And away we go. Tire check. All mediums minus Sebastian Vettel. Pierre leads into turn 1. Mick trying to go around the long way around Verstappen. That is not the button I wanted. Make it stick, Mick. Let's go. That's a Haas 1-2. That's a Haas 1-2. Here, I do want to continue pushing. As the ERS is kind of getting blown up already. We will continue to push fuel, but we will lower tires. Let's go. At the end of the first lap, that is a Haas 1-2, and Leclerc dangerously teetering on that 1 second barrier as well. Oh, this is leader. Haha, never mind. Everyone's right next to each other. We will lower Mick back down to standard fuel. And Pierre, we will leave for a little bit, try and build a little bit of a cushion. We're also not super worried. Once we begin the next lap, we will drop him back down to standard fuel. He hit 0.1, so we'll go ahead and drop him down there. Let's see. Norris in P4, Verstappen P5, Bottas P6. DRS is active this lap. Our drivers, as always, are indeed free to fight. As long as they don't take each other out, we are not too concerned. How's this shaking out? Danny Rick teetering on that 1 second gap. Everyone else still within DRS of each other. The entire field, minus moments, right there with each other. You can see that with this leader group. 10.5 seconds from Pierre to Yuki. Yellow flags though in sector 1. Not quite sure what that is. Mick will make his way through. Van Dorn locking up. Not too concerned about that. Mick Schumacher leading the Australian Grand Prix. Pierre drops down to P2. Still ahead of Leclerc in P3. Norris teetering on that 1 second. I'm on the leader to begin. I was gonna say Danny Rick now firmly a 10th outside of DRS range, so that is going to be bad news for the Alpine. Kevin Magnussen also teetering around that 1 second barrier, but we still have a Haas 1-2 here. Pierre, you can tell, is faster than Mick, but with DRS we'll absolutely make that proven. I want Mick to get back over to that racing line as Norris has a poke up there towards Leclerc and gives it a little look-see. Be an interesting one to follow here as Pierre now regains the lead here in Australia. We're on the 5th lap of 58 here and things are going pretty smoothly. Tire check looking pretty much even across the board. Everyone still has DRS except for Seb, Stroll, which probably was affected by the yellow flag from Van Dorn locking up. Let's see if Norris takes a bit of a look as Mick will come back through and attack Pierre. This likely will be a bit of a back and forth as we continue on here, just based entirely on that DRS switching around at the front. Pierre is definitely faster than Mick on pure pace, but that DRS is the great equalizer here in F1. We're still on here with Norris because I'm really interested to see if he'll battle Leclerc for us and try and slow him down as much as we can. We are having a bit of a look at Mick going into that final hard braking zone. Doesn't seem to like what he saw, so he backs out. Looks like Leclerc is looking like he was wanting to make a move. Pierre did not make the move on Mick, and so he's leaving the door a bit open. Whew. Pierre does not get around Mick, which caused a bit of a slow up. But like I've always said, these guys are free to fight. You know, I'm not gonna team orders anything as of right now. We don't need that. Leclerc having a bit of a look. Well, we'll jump on board here with Leclerc. It looks like Norris has kind of backed off from attacking Charles. Looks like Pierre once again not able to make the complete move. Leclerc really getting his nose in there. It looks like the combination of our two cars though are doing enough to hold back the Red Bull of Charles Leclerc. Verstappen still down there in P5, has not really done a whole lot. The only thing that's really happened at the top half of this race is the swap around between Mick and Pierre. We'll drop Mick back down on fuel. Looks like Pierre thought about making a move there. We'll see if the drop down on fuel does anything to the way Mick handles the start-finish straight. He moves to the inside. Pierre commits to the outside, holding back the Red Bull once again. Ooh, the switchback. Pierre up and through. Does not allow the Red Bull through at the same time. Still a Haas 1-2, but now it is the Frenchman leading the Australian Grand Prix. Verstappen 7.5 tenths off the pace here. Really curious as to what's going on with that. Not really doing much attacking, it would seem, hovering around there. Not a whole lot seems to really be going on. The front four seem to have the pace. The next group down looks to be about the same. Very interesting that, you know, we're in a DRS train all the way down from P1 all the way down to what, P15, where Vettel has, you know, 3 seconds to the pack, and then that bottom group was the biggest result of, you know, that lockup pretty early on. You know, Van Dorn down there in P20, 8 seconds off the pace. So he may come in and be a factor sooner rather than later. But 10 laps of the Australian Grand Prix come and gone. Mick retakes the lead. Here will secure that lead with DRS here in the second zone. Leclerc tries to follow him through. Pierre does a good job of covering off the man from Monaco. Almost a fifth of the way through the race, and nothing really is going on, you know, crazily or like shenanigansy. We are kind of just hanging out, relaxing.
I'm sorry about this bit.
Except for that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, copy that.
Except for that.
We've just had a spin.
I had to go and open my big dumb mouth.
What a spin out!
All right, Mick, congrats. You're converting to a one-stop. I hope you're happy. Ah, God. Mick is now converted to a one-stop because God. He's not good enough to move up the field that much, so we have to play track position. We might look at converting him into a late two-stop, maybe throw him on a softs right at the end, but as of right now, maybe this is a pain. Maybe do something like that. We'll do that. We'll keep him on a two-stop just because anyone doing a one-stop is going to be in severe pain. God, Mick. Alright, we're focusing on Pierre now because Mick decided to spin from the lead and end up down there in P19. Oh, that's only a little frustrating, I promise. It's only a little frustrating. We will start to wear these tires out a little bit here as we are aiming at Pierre's first pit stop. The good news is Mick should be in a car that's good enough to make up the distance, but now without that help, Leclerc gets by, and Norris also has DRS, tries to poke his nose in there.
Red Bull gained a place.
Can't make it work, but we will be able to attack Charles again. I'm okay burning a little bit of extra fuel here. I'm not super worried about it. I'm wondering if Leclerc can hopefully drag us closer to out of DRS range. Verstappen finally attacking Norris, makes his way up into P3. Oh, this is a worst case scenario for us, if we're being honest. This is rough.
Haas with an overtake there.
We're gonna try and undercut anyone who's not pitting this lap. So Pierre, we're going to box this lap here, box this lap. Hop on board to make sure we can close this down as soon as possible. All right, in the pits. All right, we're gonna cover off Leclerc, hopefully. A 3-second, dude. Our pit stops are horrific, actually. Though we're gonna come out right behind Mick. That's one way to do it. So at this point, I'm hoping. Well, everyone else still has to make their stop. We're either gonna put. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. We're doing something. Perez pits. Leclerc likely on the 1 stop since he did not pit this lap. So Leclerc is going to be struggling by the time the end of this race rolls around. Which is exactly what we're expecting. So as of right now, we can speed up time here a little bit and see what develops. I will hop back in when gonna leave that for a little bit. Let's see if Pierre can make his way around by himself or if he needs a little bit of he does. Looks like the 2 fighting ahead are gonna do it. They're gonna be fighting a lot. We need to get around these guys very badly. We'll wait. Yes, we are aware. Come on, Stroll, get out of the way. Oh my god. Come on, Pierre. We gotta get around these guys. When was the pit window for the 1 stop? It's not for a while. Not let him back through here.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Fine. We'll wait. I mean, you should be flying by him regardless, but... Oh, sector 1, yellow. Who did it?
Oh, we've had a spin.
Albano, spinning. Alright.
Haas with an overtake.
Pierre is now provisionally polling. Provisionally leading, which is good. So we successfully, Leclerc in the pits. A very, very important moment incoming. Ocon now leading.
Box. Copy for box.
Come out behind Leclerc. But Leclerc is not going to be able to push tires as hard because he is on the 1 stop, and we have the gap behind that we can attack him and try and run away from it as much as we can. I will harvest for a little bit because we do need to rebuild some ERS if we're if we're Pierre here. We just need to stay in range as long as possible. Ocon finally pitting. He'll drop down the order a little bit. Did he spin at the same spot?
Someone spun out.
We gotta get rid of Mick. If we're being serious about winning a championship, we have to get rid of Mick. We do. We have to.
Yes, that's where they spin out.
Maybe soon. Maybe soon. That's horrific, Mick. That is horrific.
An overtake there.
Horrific, Mick. Horrific. That's terrible. Terrible, Mick. Terrible. Mick is now our fastest lap machine for the end of the race. We are officially leaving him alone. Sebastian Vettel leading the Australian Grand Prix on 56% old hards.
Red Bull moved up.
Leclerc overtakes Gasly. Gasly overtakes Leclerc. This is going to be a song and dance for as long as we need it to be. We now have a full ERS for later. That's an important thing to remember. Remember, with Leclerc doing the one stop,
Red Bull gained a place.
every bit of tire wear we draw out of him now will help us later in our bid for world championshipness. Bottas on old hard? No, Bottas on hards as well. Interesting. I will say we do kind of need to pull away a little bit and create a bit of a gap if we are us. Want to deploy a little bit and see if we can create a bit of separation here. Leave it on aggressive tires. We've managed to put two seconds ish between Bottas and us, although Leclerc is now flying. I think our tires are probably overheating a little too much. Not exactly what you want to see.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Yeah, these two are gonna go. They're gonna go back and forth. Yellow flag. Who did it?
Oh, there's a spin.
Van Dorn. Dude, Van Dorn is having a nightmare of a race. Oh my god, this race is crazy. Like, I don't know if it's the conditions or what, but we've entered our pit window, and right now we would be coming out like here, which is not where you want to be.
Haas with an overtake.
This race, maybe the one stop was the move. Maybe the one stop was the move. This is a lot. We'll pit at the end of the next lap. Go, Pierre, go! Come on, get this gap. Yes. All right. Pierre is now on.
Feels like a spin.
Perez spinning. Unfortunate. All right, we have to regain some ERS if we're gonna have any chance. I need this time to be flying, Pierre. 1 121.3, fastest man on track right now. Even on Harvest. Mick, can we not? Oh my god. 121.2.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
I'm just not. Just not. Alright. I'm gonna push. I mean, at this point, Mick is our fastest lap horse, so yeah. Yeah, we've moved on to that. Let's see. The air ones are 120.55. Absolutely flying. I will say that once we do catch up to Maloney, we need to get around Maloney fast. Like, fast. We need to get by these two immediately if we're gonna have any chance. Stick a nose in, yup. Yup. Alright, back up into P6. 4.5 seconds up the road is Signs. Man, remember what I was saying about doing the one stop was a death sentence? Apparently I'm not, because apparently the grid is superheroes when we try and do the faster tire strategy. Apparently. I didn't even promise fastest lap. God, I hate everything. A 120.0. At this rate, we are going to catch George by like the end of the lap, which is crazy to say. Tire check. 48, like 48 and below. Everyone, we're gonna have the freshest tires of anyone ahead of us. We have to make our way through these guys as quickly as possible, and that's a long way to go to make up. That 3 seconds between Russell and Ocon is crazy, and that 6.8 seconds from Ricardo to Leclerc is absolutely absurd.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Let's go. Okay, Mick, go ahead. All right,
Looks like
Pierre.
Aston Martin have
He gives
just
it right back.
gained a race position.
Thought about going around the outside. I'll follow the Mercedes. Yup.
Haas with an overtake.
Yep. P2 is on the table here. P1 is a little too far out of the way, but P2 is definitely on the table here. We've gotten stuck behind Ricardo and Ocon here. That would have been an absurd move, by the way. I'm wondering if I should have put one of them on one of our guys on the one stop, if that would have done anything. Whoa! Whoa! Holy! All right, Pierre, you have 4 laps to make up 7.6 seconds.
Haas with an overtake there.
He's on 39% tires. And last lap, he was 0.3 faster than you. See, Leclerc runs a 1:21.9. Pierre runs a 1:20.2. What is that math? 1.7 seconds, something like that. All right, Mick, we should probably box you. So you can stay unbalanced. Well, a P2 finish considering everything is fine. It hurts a lot, but it's fine unless his tires like actually fall off. It's gonna be a little, I think it's gonna be just too little too late. But a heck of an effort. Yeah, I don't care. Use whatever you get. We're gonna see if Mick has any fastest lap potential in him. All right, this lap he runs a 1:21.9. Pierre runs a 1:25, 1.45 seconds. It's gonna be close, but it's not gonna be enough, unfortunately. He's gonna be able to see him. Oh, I meant to start Mick's lap, but I forgot.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
Pierre is gonna fly all the way in. Mick, I want to make sure we start his fastest lap attempts. Oh, we're gonna be so close. We're gonna be right there. You can see him. That's so tough. We got it down to a 0.75. Wow. That's a purple first sector for Mick.
Flag.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
What a crazy
Well
race.
done. Good
Can
job.
Mick snipe the fastest
Stop
lap? It looks like he's going to be.
0.5 seconds and then P0.
Oh, what a race, man. What a race. Oh, and he's going to get DRS down the back straight. Is it going to make it work? He's not even going to pass Albon. Ugh.
Check it flag. Check it flag.
Mick goes in the bin. Pierre gets P2 behind Leclerc. That one stop was just too much, unfortunately. Unfortunately. That's a good podium for Pierre. It is. It's a good podium for Pierre.
Gasly flew us to the stars.
It's close. Attaboy, Pierre. Attaboy.
This podium is a brilliant reward. for
Nice job,
everyone's
Charles.
hard work over
Nice
the
job, Red
weekend.
Bull. That's a good win for them. That's a good win. We had the pace, just not enough. I'm trying to. The fact it was just
The
entirely
Frenchman was
based
in
on the fact that the
sublime form
entire
today,
grid
fully deserving of his podium finish here.
was like within a second of each other for like the whole time. Oy vey. Pierre does pull even with Max in the Drivers' Championship. Actually, all of them are tied now. Wow. 3 drivers tied atop the driver standings, all on 16 points. Charles overtakes Mick with his win, and Mick obviously being in P19 will do that. Red Bull once again put 4 points on us. Ferrari still will actually lose a point to us. We're still in the hunt, but it's getting harder and harder with 1 driver on our lineup for sure. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We're fighting. We're fighting till the end. Guaranteed. It's a good chunk of change in the pocket. And we may need to do some driver scouting.